G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at this little Shimpaku juniper. Now, to most people, we probably look at, I think it looks really nice, it looks like a really good tree, has all the nice layers and so on. But at a recent, I want to improve this tree even more. Now, what happened is at our club meeting, Bonsai Northwest club meeting about a couple of months ago, we had a critique night, and it was brought to my attention that the actual apex of the tree, so this part here, is, even though this is the front, the apex is kind of leaning to the back, and some good valuable knowledge was shared to try and bring that forward. Now, because I look at this tree every day, I don't really notice it. Sometimes you need another set of eyes to look at your trees and say, yeah, you should do this and this could be improved. But this is getting this tree to the next level. Like, that's what I want to get to. It's really starting to really come on nicely. It's starting to develop all the layers. It's doing really well, but let's try and get this going forward. Now, it's quite a substantial sized trunk, and there's no real place to try and wire it. I don't want to put a heavy wire and try and bend it. I want to guy wire it down to something, and it was suggested that use a metal rod, poke a big metal rod through it, and then probably put the metal rod through this, down this way at this angle through the pot, and then wire that down. And that's what I'm going to plan to do today. Let's see how it goes. I haven't even tried this, but I'm going to use a very large metal rod, because the metal rods I have I want to use for other things. So once you finish using it, you use it for something else, and it can be used as a lever and so on. So this tree, what's going to happen in the next, I think, 6 months to a year, it's probably not going to be showable, because I'm doing trying to get that change done to it, and that's what I'm planning to do. So I'm going to give it a go and see how that works and see what happens, and if I can bend that down. It will just be big metal rod through the base, through into the soil, no big deal, and then try and pull that down with a guy wire. Definitely use copper. Put a bit of tubing around the copper so I don't damage the trunk too much, and see if I can bring that down and see if it improves the tree. So I'm not 100% sure it will, but I'm pretty confident it will, but never 100% sure. Also, there's a gap in here. Now, I'll hold it up to the camera to be more at eye level. Hopefully you can see that at eye level now, because the camera is a bit higher than the thing. But if you look at the tree at eye level, there's a big gap in here, and you can see this trunk here. So that's another reason why I want to pull that down and make it look better. So let's see how we go today. I'm keen to get this done, so hopefully it works out well. See you. Alright, so we have a metal rod ready to go. Now, it's a matter of understanding which way I want to pull this down. If I want to go straight down, then I have the bar right straight there. But I think I want to pull this a bit more to this side to flow with this tree, so I've got to find a way to put it into the corner of this pot. So it's a very large metal rod, but it should serve its purpose. Just got to make sure I don't bend any of these branches. So I reckon maybe at this angle in this corner, trying to go into this corner at this angle, hopefully that will enable me to pull it down. So let's try. I'll have to stand for this. Okay, so it's in. Excuse me. That's pretty good. So I'm going to see if I can pull that now down with a guy wire onto that and bring it down into that angle. The reason I want that angle is it flows well with the cascade, but also the top of this is kind of going that way, which I want to fix. If I pull it down at that angle, it might fix that area up. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. So I'm just going to get some wire. Just using some little tubing to protect the trunk. This tubing I just get from Melbourne. It's Bunnings, and if you're in Australia, it's Bunnings. It's just fish. What do you call that? Like fish tank tubing. That's what it's labelled as. So let me have a look. I got to look at this so I can see what I'm doing now. I just want to make sure I don't break any of these branches, so I really got to be careful here. So I'm going to see if I can put it through here. The tubing protects the trunk that I'm trying to wire. So, the trunk that I'm wrapping the wire around, that is. Because what I'm doing is pulling down pretty hard, so I don't want to damage the trunk too much. So unfortunately there's going to be... So the top's never going to look that good until this is completed, this job. So that's why the tree's not showable. And I always like to have trees showable. It's very... that's one of my goals, is always having trees to be able to show. Because it's great to develop trees and so on, but you really want to be able to show trees on a regular basis. Let's start see if this works. So when I'm using my pliers, I'm pulling and then turning. Okay. Don't just turn at the same spot, because you create a what do you call a strain point there. It's coming alright. It's coming down. But let's go more. Hang on. Just want to try and move those out of the way. That's better. Cool. So I use this hand. It's good if you have two people for this, but if you're on your own, you can still do it. Because the tree isn't that big, it's easier to maneuver with one. So it's just continually pulling. This gets long, so cut that little bit off. It's come down quite a bit actually. It's not too bad now. So I don't know if that angle you can see, but that's come down quite substantial. I'm just going to have a look at it myself. It's getting there. I think I wanted it a bit more. You can still see the trunk, so I wanted to get a bit more. So let's see if we can get it down further. I think this branch is always bendable. It's just that I didn't want to put heavy wire and try and bend it with wire. I wanted to use a guy wire, and this works out really well with the bar. I think that's pretty good. It's almost there actually. Just want to make sure no cracking or anything. So you can see maybe a bit better now. See how much further that's closed in the gap, and it's gone a bit more that way, which is good. Now there's actually a bit of a gap here at the back, but that's all right because we can fill it out later with foliage, so no problem there. So this is actually working out really well. But I always like to push a bit more. I think I want it a little bit further down. Yeah, let's keep going a little bit further. If I can. Now this is where it's good to have two people. Because you're trying to... Oh, there you go. I've got it moving now. Sometimes you just have to find a way to pull easily down. Okay, I think that might be more than enough. Yeah, that's really good. Alright, so now have a look. So you see that is much better. Now, probably doesn't look huge difference, it's just subtle, but that's what I wanted to do. It's very subtle differences that make a huge difference in the tree. So I'm really liking that. You know, I'm even tempted to go more, but let me have a see if I can do that a bit more. Let's just try and get rid of this. Oops. Don't drop your tools. Just move this foliage out of the way. I think that's good for now. It's unfortunate all this foliage is in the way. It's unfortunate the foliage is in the way. I mean, I would like to position things. I might be able to position things in the new direction. But maybe that's the next bit. Maybe I'll just reposition some of the branches to make it look better for now. But huge, much better. From the sides, you can see now it's going forward. It wasn't going. It was before. It was going back. So hopefully you guys can see that. It's still a little bit at the top. It's a little bit to the back, but I'm not too fussed about that just yet. Just checking, make sure it looks all right to me. So yeah. I might even over time try and tweak it a bit more each time and see if that works. That's pretty strong. Just maybe a couple more turns. Because you saw I gave it a bit of a rest, and I came back to it. Okay. I think I'll finish there. So hopefully you guys can see the difference using that, because I didn't have anywhere to guy wire it down. It's pulled it down. This looks pretty good. I think the tree moved as well, to be honest. But at least that top bit's moved down too. So it looks really nice. I really like it. I think we'll have to have a planting angle change in the future, but for now it's pretty good. I'm just gonna quickly maneuver some of these branches because I've got wire already on them. I just want to maneuver them, see if they look better in different locations and spots. So just quick maneuvering. The tree's not going to be showable, as you can see. Now it's a different looking tree. But I think it's all improving over time. It'll improve it a lot more. It's a better look for the tree. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you today. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty cool. But yeah, using a bar and guy wiring things down is a way to change to bend some bigger branches. So that's my attempt. Didn't go 100% according to plan, but it got the result. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you today. Using a big metal bar to guy wire things down. Make sure it's established in the tree, in the pot, and make sure you can bend the branch with it and tie it off. So hopefully in the future this tree will look even better, and that's the plan. So I think it's not too bad. I want to probably get it a bit more down in the future. So stay tuned. But yeah, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Stay tuned and see lots more videos in the future. See you guys.